Let's talk to some of our correspondents who are on the ground, bringing you live updates and analyses. Good place to start will be Irua, where Theophilus Elamah is standing by. We understand, Theophilus, that INEC began distributing sensitive and non-sensitive materials to the 10 wards in Irua. Walk us through that process and how stakeholders are reacting to it.
All right, Nifemi, it's quite an interesting journey today. Of course, we got there and realized that the sensitive and non-sensitive materials had already gotten to INEC office and in Irua here, and we saw a lot of INEC ad hoc staff who were ready to move this to the different areas, the 10 different wards that make up Irua local area. So as we saw officials of the security agencies coming in to maintain the peace and ensure that no one does anything that will harm the credibility of the elections. Though I spoke with the electoral officer who declined to speak on camera, but he also mentioned that everything is being put in place to ensure that the materials go out of INEC office to the different polling units, to different wards rather, and from the wards by tomorrow morning to get to the different polling units within Irua axis. So this calls for seamless transfer of these goods because they are in a hurry to ensure that this process goes on well and goes on smoothly. Of course, we also saw some of the officials even fueling the generators that will move to the different polling units within Irua axis. So that's how serious they have been with the situation. Every of the generators we saw had full tanks there so that there will be no complaints. All the supervisory polling officers that were there were checking carefully their materials to ensure that what they have gotten is what is needed there, and we hope that there will not be any trouble or any mistake when we get to the polls tomorrow.
Theophilus, how accessible are these polling units in Irua? What is INEC saying about transportation and other logistics?
Well, transportation is quite seamless, of course. While the ad hoc staff were around and the SPOs were around, we saw a lot of the vehicles, and those vehicles went into the different wards, the different local government, the different areas within Irua. Now, the only ward that is quite far from the main town of Irua is Ward 2, and that's where the governorship candidate of the APC is going to be voting. The road leading there, we hear, is quite bad, so you have to go through Uromi, then come back, and you meet the polling, the Ward 2, of course. So that's the only one that's quite far, and of course they left quite early. But other ones within have been moving to their different areas to ensure that everything goes on fine. So what we say is seamless transfer. Transportation has been on. We saw earlier today we had a live broadcast talking about the police force, the security men working together, and before we knew it, after the live broadcast we had at about an hour after, more detachment of police officers, soldiers, and everyone were around. Even the road safety officials were around. The officials of National Security and Civil Defense Corps were all around. That's to show you how the synergy between all the security outfits in the nation, and how seamlessly they are working together to ensure that this goes on fine.
Theophilus, we're counting on that, and we're looking forward to how much impact that we have on a seamless exercise tomorrow. Theophilus Elamah live for us in Irua, Dist. Let's turn now to Ewohimi. Ewohimi